Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, yesterday, DCI together with the IGO police appeared before Justice Chacha Mwita after they were ordered to do so. It was all about the Mlolongo 4, the youth who were actually abducted by men who were masked, believed to be police officers. That was the reason why they appeared in court. But I told you yesterday, after they appeared 3 hours later, one man was discovered. And of course, later we had again another person has been discovered, but all dead. Bado ako mmoja mwenye hatujui ako wapi. And so, with all this, we know Justin Muturi had addressed himself earlier on the issue of abduction. But today, he decided to join the families of the Mlolongo 3 victims at Nairobi Funeral Home to just get to understand the situation. 3 people, 3 slain Mlolongo youth. And after visiting Nairobi Funeral Home, he decided to address the president.
And I'm calling on government. I'm calling on government. The head of government is the president. This matter must be discussed. We cannot just say that you are in government or the other. No. Everybody who is involved must come out. And government exists, among other things, to protect their lives and property of the citizens. These are citizens whose lives have been taken at a very young age. I mean, the issue of resignation or not, this is such a side issue. It suffices that I've made my point, that whoever wants to listen, and you have noticed, I have refused to respond to those side things about some people, who have been told, sent there to go and say this and this. I'm not going there. This is a very serious matter, and actually it should take the anger of this country, because why are we allowing young boys and girls to be kidnapped, only later to be found killed? Surely, what kind of country are we? And we are pretending to be solving issues in DRC? This is a very serious issue. I mean, the number of people that have died are so many that it should prick the conscience of any right-thinking leader.
There is a lot that Justin Muturi is revealing. And I can tell you, Muturi is on his way out of this government. He might decide to resign. And if not resigning, speaking truth to power. So that's actually what he has chose to do. That, okay, I might not resign, I will remain in this government, but I will speak truth to power. That if they are so much ashamed with the truth, they can fire me. I think in that way, Justin Muturi might be right. At least Kenyans knows that he has a stand, he is speaking truth to power. His duty and responsibility as the CS is to advise the president accordingly. If he has advised the president in a private and the president is not listening, he might also come publicly to do the same. So in my view, I think Ruto is not a listening president, and that is what he has forced him to come now and advise him publicly. And this one is a person in the government. When he goes on to say that people that have died are so many. Yani wana ambao wamekufa ni wengi kulingana na CS Justin Muturi. So if you have numbers, it might be more than the numbers that you think. He has gone on to call the president that the government must shelve all the matters they are doing to discuss the issue of abduction before we plunge this country into a banana republic. Wachana na mambo ya kusema development, economy and all that. Discuss the serious matter. And he goes on to also warn the president that we are talking about the issue in DRC. In fact, he said we are pretending to be solving the issue in DRC. Yet we have serious matter here in this country that we are not handling. Listen to JB Muturi again.
First and foremost, I think this is Manda most fall. What has been described by Honorable Manzo is something quite gruesome. And I think it is only fair that at this point in time, the country should shelve all other business they have to discuss this matter of abductions and extrajudicial killings. When I called the press conference on the 12th of January, I ended by saying that this matter, if left unchecked, can plunge this country into chaos and anarchy, and called for a national dialogue, or indeed a commission of inquiry to inquire into these gruesome murders, and be told whether there is a policy. I'm not aware of it. I sit in government. I'm not aware of any policy that supports abductions and extrajudicial killings. And it is not right that parents like these ones and relatives can stay for periods in excess of 40 days looking for their loved young ones. And we sit somewhere claiming that we are discussing matters about the economy of this country. Economy for who? If we are killing them, abducting and killing the young ones, so who are you doing the economy for? This matter needs to be taken with the seriousness that it deserves. And you know, I said, I was lucky that when my son was abducted, I was able to reach the president, and he immediately ordered Nuruddin Haji to release him. And Nuruddin, went ahead and released him. How about these parents and relatives who cannot reach the president? It is something that is so serious that we must shelve all other things that we are doing, because I do recall that during the campaigns, we went around the country saying that abductions, extrajudicial killings would never happen at our watch. But now it is happening. It has been happening, and we are trying to normalize it. As we are here, mourning and grieving about these four who have gone missing. We are also aware that 2 young men were killed in Nakuru. In circumstances that are very clear that those involved are security personnel. I want to say we cannot be told that the police do not know. Our police is known to be one of the most efficient in this region. And therefore, if they wanted to crack this matter and bring the culprits to book, it will be a matter of just a few days or hours. So I'm calling upon everybody in government, and more so particularly because ultimately responsibility must belong to somebody. We say the buck must stop somewhere. In this case, the president is the president of the Republic of Kenya, head of government, and commander-in-chief of all defense forces. Therefore, Mr. President, I'm calling upon you now to order an end to these abductions, which you promised, killings, extrajudicial killings, and an open inquiry to inquire into how these things have been happening. We cannot make it normal. We know that these are very young lives that have been taken away. What do you think the parents of these young ones are feeling? Everybody must put themselves in the shoes of these parents and relatives who have been agonizing. Did they enjoy Christmas? They could not, when everybody else was enjoying their Christmas. Surely, this must be something that we must take to the next level, where we must involve in a commission of inquiry, which must include people from all sectors. The law society should come up, be part of that commission of inquiry, religious groups, and the civil society groups like Amnesty International and others, Kenya Human Rights Commission. All of them, they should be involved in that commission, because we want the truth, and to put an end to this, we cannot take it as business as usual anymore, because I can just put myself in the hearts and the minds of these parents. You've seen one of the fathers here. It's not.
When J.B. Muturi goes on to say that I call on the government, that means I'm calling on Ruto. That means he is directly involved. He's calling on the government to stop this issue of abduction and open a commission of inquiry. So Muturi, he was actually asked a question. This was, media who were there, and they asked him this question. So he was responding to questions, but he has been so much open and even to communicate to the government. I am calling on the government. I am calling on William Ruto. So the government is involved in this. Because if you cannot find out those who are abducting Kenyans, we put the blame on you, because you've been given the mandate to take care of Kenyans. They pay you for that. So I see a Muturi who has decided that you will fire me speaking the truth. I will not resign, but I will tell you the truth until you fire me if you want to do so. That is the position that he has taken going forward. I don't know your views, but let us put in the comment section to continue with this discussion. Otherwise, if you are not a subscriber, please consider subscribe, like, share, and comment. Thank you so much, and see you in our next video.